She will get very aggressive and I'll again take advantage of me now.
Hello friends, we are with the team of Nanu Ki Janu. We have Abhay Deol, we have Father Lekha, and we have the director Faraz Haider. So who should I start with? The
Anybody?
director?
Yes, you
So
can.
what exactly is the film about?
It's a supernatural concept with a realistic treatment. And what happens when a ghost fall in love with a crook? That you know about the tagline. So that's the concept, and within the realist space.
When you say horror comedy, what exactly will be the focus on? Mix
Horror
both
यहाँ
the
पे,
things.
comedy यहाँ पे.
And both are merging together.
Both are merging together.
Yes.
So what is your character? What are you playing in the film?
I play the character of Nanu, and he's basically a guy who is a criminal. He takes over people's homes, makes them sell it to him for cheap, and then he sells it for more expensive price. And I believe that happens in Delhi a lot, which ironically is what the family in this other film I did called The Field does. And I'm the policeman set. You know this? I think I told you this, did I? No?
About field?
The field, in the field, that's what they do, the family, that I'm the policeman set to bring down this family of mafia where they take over people's homes in exactly the same way my character takes over in Nanu Ki Janu. And so I was familiar with that. One fine day, he starts getting haunted by a ghost. And from being that really hard criminal who's suave and gets what he wants, he becomes this nervous wreck of a man, almost scared. Like, yeah, he doesn't know something.
I've heard that it's a remake of kind of inspired from a Tamil film.
Yes.
Pisasu.
Yeah, it's actually
More adaptation actually. It's
adaptation
because that's a drama, that's not a
Pisasu is a emotional drama actually in South. But Manu Rishi Chadda, जिन्होंने हमारी फिल्म लिखी है, उनका एक फ्लेवर है in writing.
And Manu Rishi Chadda has a very camaraderie kind of thing with.
Correct. वही लकी लकी वही में भी साथ में लिखा था.
This is happening again, and also you have this love affair with Delhi, and you know that kind of language.
I'm coming back in June for my next shoot here in Delhi again.
You should buy a house here.
I think I should. Yeah, I really should. Yeah. I should. I think it'll be a better investment.
And Delhi people love him.
Of course. And also, like in last some years, you are trying to deviate from like your serious image and then doing comedy cinema, more comic roles. Happy Bhag Jayegi, and now this film. So, is this a like deliberate shift, or is this happening?
See, it may seem like that because of the films that I put out, whether it be Happy and now Nanu Ki Janu. The truth is, you have no control over what comes out, you know. So there's no particular deliberate effort on my part to go towards comedy. The only thing I've done deliberately is to try and make non-formula films, to stray away from the formula, which I've always spoken vocally up against, saying, it's great that you have the formula in place. Can we have something parallel to it, you know, alongside of it that is supported? That's been my deliberate effort. Not that I do comedies now and I do thrillers then. No. Now, Happy got funded and released. Nanu Ki Janu got funded, is coming up for release. These are essentially films because they're lighter, they're funnier, they're much more accessible to an audience, and which is why they get more funding and push much quicker than, let's say, if I have a JL50 which will be coming up next. That's a dramatic science fiction, you know, and more in the space of what I've been doing, and that will find a much more difficult time in its distribution than a Nanu Ki Janu would. So it's not under my control.
Also, because I think when Devdi came out, or when Oi Lucky Lucky came out and became hits, so you must have been flooded with many similar offers, but probably it was your choice to
Well,
not
yeah,
do such
no,
a-
when I was running around the industry narrating the idea of Devdi to people, nobody wanted to make it because it was too artistic, too arty-farty. And then after release, they wanted to make the same film again. And I was like, if you want to repeat the formula that I had for Devdi, my formula was, it's a risky project. Now you want to take a risk, that's your formula. Do you? Do you? And it's always like, no, there's no number we can put to risk.
And I was reading about one of your interviews where you were saying that not many great roles are coming your way, or probably the kind of roles that you want to do.
Yeah.
So how does Nanu Ki Janu fit into that scheme of things?
So, like I've been saying, there are only certain amount of films that come my way, and from that I choose. So Nanu Ki Janu had a great script, you know, there were good people working in it, and also I've done only dramas. So I thought this would be a good change to dabble into something like this. and plus it's a horror comedy, which is also very rare, you know, in our country. So I thought the whole packaging seemed like amazing, and also script was so good. Then I had Faraz sir, who's already directed a war comedy. So I thought this could be a good project.
And even I think War Chhodna Yaar was also kind of very dialogue heavy film. Like people were characters were very talkative. They were constantly talking to each other and very quirky lines. So are we going to see something similar in this film also?
Yeah, we have very good dialogues in the film, and Manu Rishi has written the dialogue. So yeah.
And so when we're talking about horror comedy, the other film which comes to my mind is
Gangs of Ghosts.
Gangs of Ghosts. So I think this is the second film in horror comedy.
We've been also thrown the example of Golmaal
Golmaal also was, I think.
and Florrie as well. In
Florrie
fact,
was not a horror comedy, I think.
yeah, I don't think Florrie was a horror
Florrie
comedy.
was a
More of a
romantic,
drama.
Yeah, I
drama.
don't think that was a comedy.
Yeah.
Golmaal
But Golmaal
was
was
yeah, that would be a
romantic horror comedy. But actually Golmaal रिटर्न में मैं कहूँगा कि वो एक डिफरेंट जॉनर है, ट्रीटमेंट बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है क्योंकि वो स्लैपस्टिक कॉमेडी की जोन में जाता है, एंड आवर फिल्म इज मोर रियलिस्टिक
Situational comedy.
एक्चुअली. तो वो थोड़ा सा फ़र्क है. सेम जॉनर को दो अलग अलग ट्रीटमेंट्स में कैसे बनाया जा सकता है. सो आई थिंक वो थोड़ा हमारा.
But you know, when actors say that it's situational comedy in Bollywood, sometimes I get very skeptical about because situational comedy and
They don't know that there's fine line between situation and slapstick. Slapstick can also be situational.
so how do you strike a difference between both the things?
Oh, well, you know, there'll be an actor's take on that and a director's take on that. From an actor's point of view, see, comedy comedy is about tragedy. I mean, everybody knows this. When someone slips on a banana peel and you laugh at that person because it looks funny to you, that person is not laughing. That person is in pain. So the humor comes from his pain. And so as an actor, you don't laugh at yourself. You actually are suffering the tragedy that other people are laughing at.
मुझे लगता है कि it depends on the script also कि how किस तरीके से वो स्क्रिप्ट को लिखा गया है. So base is that कि slapstick writing थोड़ा different होती है, and the realistic and the situational.
I think in our cinema, sorry to cut you off, but in our cinema, I think because the music is also so over the top, sometimes, you know, there's already a funny thing unfolding in front of you, and then the music is also adding more humor, and that becomes very slapstick, you know.
So, and that is what unfortunately happens in Bollywood in most of the films.
It might happen with us. Are you sure we've put a control on that?
No. Our film is totally different, of course. Different, that means actually अलग करने की कोशिश किया. I hope कि वो लोगों को पसंद आएगी.
So, Patrika, what will be your take on it?
You're not laughing while you're going through it, right?
It's true to my moment.
Yeah.
At that point, I am doing it, and it's not funny in my head, because if I'm slipping on a banana peel, matlab, for me, I'm not laughing in my head कि oh अभी तो मैं slip होने वाली हूँ. It is my truth. It's my true moment. So I totally agree with it.
And the overall feel of the film Nanu Ki Janu it's more oriented towards comedy, but you are again calling it horror comedy.
That's because you have to watch the film to understand.
Where is the horror?
There is, and it's
definitely more of a comedy, no doubt, but it's not like there isn't horror in it. It does have its moments, but I think Faraz, you've been saying this, that it is a comedy film.
Correct. It is a comedy film, and there is an element of horror, but आप उसे डरोगे नहीं. And
then why is it horror then?
Because we are using that.
People did jump, and you put in the trailer, people jump when those hands come out.
लेकिन suddenly आपको उस पर हंसी आएगी, because it's all about action and reaction.
But it's a sweet, friendly ghost.
The ghost is sweet and friendly.
Yeah. Why I am even in the film.
In the film,
Actually, we don't know. You have to go watch it on the 20th of April.
To mention three USP of Nanu Ki Janu, like these are the three things.
You have them in front of you. 1, 2, 3.
Apart from actors and director.
The mix of the two, horror and comedy. First of all, it's a very thin line that you're walking. It's been a bit of a challenge keeping that tonality going. That's one. The second is.
I know the second.
Yeah, you've gone the second.
our dear Abhay is dancing.
Oh.
Have you ever
Yes.
seen him dance?
Oh no, I haven't. I
And
don't
he
recall.
is a total
He is dancing.
item boy in it. And
So how do you feel like when you are called item boy? Like you are going to
Do you
be
feel
dancing in this film?
Wow, like I feel objectified and violated. Yeah, yeah. Keep her away from me.
Yeah, I think मुझे लगता है जो इस कॉन्सेप्ट को इस सुपरनैचुरल कॉन्सेप्ट को जिस तरीके से ट्रीट करने की कोशिश की है मैंने
वो tonality मैंने already बोल दिया।
या
Come up with
so
something else.
वो मेरी फिल्म का यूएसपी एक मेरी साइड से होगा। ऑफ कोर्स दूसरा पत्रा ने अभी बताया है कि अभय को डांस करते हुए नहीं देखा होगा ऐसा जैसा हमारी फिल्म के अंदर आपको देखने को मिलेगा।
He didn't give a third number. Third is the dialogues. They're really good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Give us a third one. You just repeated what I said.
एक्चुअली मुझे तो पूरी फिल्म अच्छी
I know. It's hard to like pick and choose. I know, but you have to for the sake
no,
of the
then
narrative.
again, Manu and Abhay are back after Oi Lucky Lucky Oi, and they have.
And this is what people want to see.
We've
Yeah.
got 4
Jodi.
USPs now.
When the trailer of Nanu Ki Janu, now it has started picking up and people are talking about this film and it's coming out in theatre. So if you have to make a pitch of the film, how would you do that?
Well, this is the story of a criminal who takes over people's homes and is basically not a very nice guy and a bully. Until one fine day he gets haunted by a ghost and he becomes from a lion to a scaredy cat.
And what will you do?
How would I pitch it? So it's about a boy, no, a man who.
About a boy. Boy, I can take boy. At my age, it's all welcome.
Okay, it's about a boy who's a crook, and of course he bullies people around, and so these gang of boys. So the boy a ghost falls in love with the boy, and then it's a madhouse.
A ghost falls in love with a man and completely changes his life forever.
And then it's a madhouse. So that's what I said.
That's a madhouse.